The Shahada, also known as the Islamic Declaration of Faith, is a fundamental creed in Islam and serves as the foundation of the Muslim belief system. It is a declaration of the oneness of God and the acceptance of Muhammad as his messenger. The Shahada is recited by Muslims worldwide and holds great significance in Islamic theology and practice. The Shahada is composed of two fundamental declarations. First, La ilaha illallah. This part asserts the monotheistic belief in the oneness of God. It translates to there is no God but Allah. It emphasizes the exclusivity of the worship and devotion to the one true God in Islam. The second one is Muhammadur Rasulullah. This part acknowledges Muhammad as the messenger of God. It translates to Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. Muslims believe that Muhammad received divine revelation, which were later compiled into the Quran, the holy book of Islam. In addition to its role in formal conversion, Muslims recite the Shahada daily in their prayers. And it is often the first phrase uttered by the newborns and the last phrase on the lips of the dying. The Shahada serves as a constant reminder of the central tenets of Islamic faith and the unity of God in the hearts and the minds of Muslims. 5 daily prayers are obligatory for all adult Muslims, and they serve as a meaning of maintaining a close and consistent relationship with Allah throughout the day. The prescribed times for daily prayers are Fajr, the pre-dawn prayer before sunrise; Zuhur, the midday prayer after the sun has passed its zenith; Asar, the afternoon prayer; Maghrib, the prayer just after the sunset; Isha, the night prayer. Each prayer consists of a specific sequence of physical and verbal acts, including standing, bowing, prostrating, and reciting verses of Quran. The prayers are performed facing the Kaaba in Mecca, symbolizing the unity of the Muslim Ummah and the universal direction of worship. The significance of Salat extends beyond the physical act of prayer. It is a demonstration of submission to Allah, a reminder of one's dependence on Him, and a means of seeking spiritual purification. By performing Salat regularly, Muslim aims to cultivate mindfulness, discipline, and a sense of spiritual well-being in their lives. It also serves a constant reminder of the importance of faith in their daily activities and decisions. Swam refers to the act of fasting during the months of Ramadan. Adult Muslims abstain from food, drink, smoking, and certain other physical needs from dawn until sunset. The fast is not only a physical discipline, but also a spiritual and mental one, fostering self-control, empathy, and a closer connection to Allah. The fast is broken daily, the evening meal called iftar. Fasting during Ramadan serves multiple purposes, including spiritual purification, self-discipline, empathy for the less fortunate, and a deepening of one's connection to Allah. The 5 pillars collectively represent the core belief and practice that shape the life of the devout Muslim, providing a framework for a holistic and meaningful religious experience. Zakat is a fundamental concept in Islam that represents the act of giving a portion of one's wealth to those in need. It is one of the 5 pillars of Islam, which are the basic act of worship and the foundation of a Muslim's faith and practice. The term zakat is derived from an Arabic root that means purification and growth. These dual meanings reflect the spiritual and social dimensions of zakat. Muslims believe by giving a portion of their wealth, they purify their own possession and income. Zakat is typically calculated as 2.5% of one's accumulated wealth, including savings, investment, and other assets, after dedicating necessary expenses. The recipients of zakat, as defined in Islamic teachings, include the poor and the needy, those in debt, travelers, and others facing financial hardship. It is considered as a duty for Muslims to ensure that their wealth is shared with the community and those in need, fostering a sense of empathy, compassion, and social responsibility. Haji is a special journey that Muslims take to the city of Mecca in Saudi Arabia. It is one of the most important things they do in their faith. Imagine it like a big family reunion where Muslims from all over the world come together. They wear simple white clothes, showing that everyone is equal in the eyes of God. During Haji, they perform different rituals like walking around a special building called the Kaaba and standing in the big ocean area called Arafat. This action reminds them of important stories from the religion like the times of the Prophet Ibrahim and his family. Haji is not just a trip, it's a chance for Muslims to ask for forgiveness, start fresh, and become better people. It happens at a specific time each year, and for many Muslims, it's a dream come true to go on this special journey at least once in their lives. The belief in Allah, our God, is the first and foremost pillar of faith in Islam. It is known as Tawheed, emphasizing the oneness and uniqueness of the Creator. This belief is foundational to the entire Islamic faith and shapes the worldwide of the Muslims. The belief in Allah, Tawheed, is the cornerstone of Islamic faith. It involves acknowledging the oneness of Allah, understanding His attributes, recognizing Him as the Creator and Sustainer, and committing to a life of worship and obedience guided by divine revelation. This foundational belief set the stage for the other pillars of faith in Islam.
Angels in Islam. Belief in angels is one of the 6 pillars of faith without which there is no faith. These pillars are belief in Allah, His angels, His books, His messengers, the last day, and that predestination, both good and bad, comes from Allah. Angels are a part of the world of the unseen, which we cannot comprehend. Allah has told us about them in many places in the Quran and via His Prophet Muhammad. Peace and blessings of Allah be upon him. They are created from light. They were created before jinn and mankind, and the angels do not eat or drink. The angels do not get bored or tired of remembering and worshipping Allah. They celebrate His praises night and day, nor do they ever slacken. The angels are many, and their number is known only to Allah. The angels have names, but we know only the names of a few of them. The elite class of angels consists of 4 angels. Jibreel, whose task it was to convey the revelation from Allah to His messengers. Mikael is responsible for rain, clouds, and wind, directing it wherever Allah wishes. Israfil is responsible for blowing the trumpet on the Day of Judgment. And Angel of Death is responsible for taking the people's souls. They all have their own groups of angels to help them finish their duties. The angels have great powers given to them by Allah. One of them is the ability to take on different forms. The greatest speed known to man today is the speed of light, but the angels are able to travel much faster than the speed of light. Hardly had someone completed a question to the Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, but Jibreel would bring the answer from Allah. Also, there are other kind of angels mentioned, each of them with different purposes. Some angels carry the throne of Allah, as Allah describes in the Quran. Those angels who bear the throne of Allah and those around it glorify the praises of their Lord and believe in Him, and ask forgiveness for those who believe in the oneness of Allah. Another type of angels are recording angels. 2 recording angels receive each human being after he or she has attained the age of puberty, one sitting on the right and one on the left, to note his or her actions. Not a word does he or she utter, but there is a watcher by him ready to record it. Others are responsible for testing people in the grave. These are Munkar and Nakir. Some of them are the keepers of hell, the guards of hell, whose leader is Malik. One kind of the angels is responsible for the sperm in the womb. This angel is sent and he breathes the spirit into the fetus and is charged with 4 commands: to write down his provision, his lifespan, his actions, and whether he will be wretched or happy. There are also angels standing in rows, who never get tired or sit down, and others who bow or prostrate, and never raise their heads, glorifying Allah since the day they were created. If we could hear the universe, it is loud and shaking by the magnitude of their prayers, and the way they glorify Allah the Exalted. Some of the angels travel throughout the world, seeking out gatherings of remembrance of Allah, and they inform each other to join these people and glorify Allah together. This is a summary of Islamic teachings concerning the noble angels of Allah. The angels are one of Allah's creations, which He created for the purpose of worshipping Him and carrying out His orders in the universe. We ask Allah to make us believe in them and love them. May Allah guide and protect us.
Belief in divine books is one of the fundamental aspects of the six pillars of faith in Islam. It signifies a Muslim's acceptance and acknowledgement of the sacred scriptures revealed by God and the different prophets throughout history. The divine books are considered sources of guidance and wisdom, providing moral and spiritual principles for believers to follow. Muslims believe in several divine books that were revealed in various prophets over time. In summary, for Muslims, belief in divine books is integral for their faith and understanding of Allah's guidance. It serves as a source of wisdom, a roadmap for moral conduct, and a reminder of the interconnectedness of all divine messages. The belief in these scriptures is a key component of Islamic theology and shapes the way Muslims approach their relationship with Allah and fellow human beings. Belief in Prophet is a crucial aspect of the Islamic faith, emphasizing the idea that throughout history, Allah has chosen certain individuals to convey His guidance and messages to humanity. Muslims believe that these prophets were chosen for their righteousness and integrity, and they serve as messengers to guide people towards a life in accordance with divine principles. They believe in Prophet is a key component of the six pillars of faith in Islam. Muslims believe that Allah chose special individuals called Prophet to convey His messages. These include well-known figures like Adam, Noah, Abraham, Moses, Jesus, and Muhammad. Each prophet guides people to follow Allah's teachings. Belief in Prophet underscores the importance of divine guidance throughout history and the role of chosen messengers in conveying Allah's message to humanity. Belief in the Day of Judgment is a central tenet in Islam, emphasizing the idea that there will be a reckoning for all human actions in the afterlife. Muslims believe in the life after death, that everyone will be resurrected on a day of judgment, where they will be held accountable for their deeds. This belief serves as a moral compass, encouraging righteous behavior and the pursuit of justice in this life. The Day of Judgment is the time when people will receive their just reward or punishments. Those who live righteous life, obeyed Allah's commands, and did good deeds will be rewarded with paradise, Jannah. Conversely, those who engage with wrongdoing, disobey Allah, and harm others will face consequences, which may include punishment in hell, Jahannam. Muslims also believe that every person's actions are recorded in a book kept by the angels. On the Day of Judgment, individuals will be given their record of deeds, and nothing, not even the smallest deed, will be overlooked. Belief in the Day of Judgment serves as a powerful motivator for Muslims to lead ethical and moral lives. It emphasizes the idea of personal responsibility and encourages individuals to strive for the righteousness, knowing that their action will have consequences in the afterlife. This belief is a cornerstone in Islamic theology, shaping the worldview and moral framework of Muslims. Belief in predestination, known as Qadar in Islam, is a crucial element among the six pillars of faith. It revolves around the idea that everything that happens in the universe is a part of Allah's divine plan and knowledge. Muslims believe in the preordainment of all events, both good and bad, as well as the concept of human free will within the framework of Allah's decree. Muslims believe that everything happens according to Allah's divine plan. While humans have free will to make choices, Allah's knowledge encompasses all events, past, present, and future. Qadar encourages trust in Allah's wisdom and acceptance of life's outcome. Belief in predestination acknowledges the divine wisdom behind every event and encourages Muslims to submit to Allah's will with gratitude and patience. While individuals have the freedom to make choices, Qadar reminds them that Allah's knowledge and plan were ultimate, and that hardship or blessings are part of a broader divine scheme beyond the human comprehension. This belief provides comfort and resilience in facing life's challenges.